Earth had been quiet for a very long time. The stars watched silently, many alien worlds curious about this blue planet. Some called it weak, others ignored it. But Earth was not what it seemed. For years, humans had held back their true power. They waited, trained, and prepared in secret. Now the leaders of Earth made a decision. They would send a warning to the entire galaxy. The message was clear. We were holding back. Now we are done playing nice. No one knew what would come next. Would Earth fight? Would it make friends? The galaxy was about to find out. But first, the warning had to be heard. In a great hall deep inside Earth's capital, the world leaders gathered. They were serious and quiet. The head of Earth's council, a woman named Amina, looked out at the crowd. She spoke with calm but strong voice. For too long, Earth stayed silent. We kept our strength hidden. We feared what might happen if we showed the galaxy who we truly are. But those days are over. We send this warning today. We will no longer hold back. If the galaxy wants peace, it must respect Earth's power. If not, we are ready for war. The message was sent through every communication channel that could reach far into space. Powerful transmissions traveled at light speed, crossing millions of miles. Alien empires received the message. Some laughed. Others were curious. A few grew worried. One such empire was the Drakari. Known for their fierce warriors and huge ships, the Drakari ruled many star systems. Their leader, General Kor, watched the message carefully. He grinned with confidence. Earth? A small blue planet with simple people? They think they can threaten us. They do not know their place, he said. But inside, even he felt a small chill. What if Earth was not so weak? Meanwhile, in Earth's secret training bases, humans prepared for what was coming. Soldiers trained day and night. Scientists worked on new weapons and technology. Everyone knew something big was about to happen. Among the soldiers was a young man named Jake. He was strong and fast, but what made him special was his mind. Jake had been part of secret programs that gave humans enhanced abilities. He could run faster, think quicker, and heal faster than normal people. Yet he stayed humble. Jake's trainer, Commander Lee, watched him closely. You are ready, Jake. Earth needs people like you now more than ever, he said. Jake nodded but felt nervous. The galaxy was watching. The warning had been sent. Now, it was time to wait. Across the stars, different alien races discussed the message. Some thought Earth was bluffing. Others believed the warning was real. But no one knew how strong Earth truly was. The galaxy was a place of politics and power. Many empires did not want war, but they also did not want a new power rising. They watched Earth closely. If Earth truly unleashed its power, everything would change. Back on Earth, Amina met with her advisors. They studied reports from space stations and listened to news from allies. Strange signals were coming from the edge of known space. No one knew their meaning yet, but they could be a sign. We must be ready for anything, Amina said. Our warning must be more than words. We must show the galaxy that Earth means business. At the same time, in a quiet laboratory under Earth's surface, Dr. Alara worked on a secret project. She was a brilliant scientist, one of the best. Her team was creating a weapon unlike any other, a weapon that could change the course of the galaxy. Alara looked at her work with pride and worry. If we fail, Earth could be destroyed. If we succeed, we will be unstoppable, she whispered to herself. Days passed, and tension grew. Alien ships moved near Earth's borders. Some came to watch, others came to threaten, but Earth did not attack first. They waited. One night, Jake stood on a hill outside the city. He looked at the stars, thinking of what was to come. The warning was out. Now, the galaxy was watching Earth's next move. Suddenly, his communicator beeped. A message from Commander Lee came. Prepare for immediate deployment. We have received a distress call from a nearby colony under attack. Jake's heart raced. This was the moment. Earth's warning was about to be tested. Would humans fight? Would they save the colony? Or would the galaxy see Earth's true power for the first time? The story was only beginning. The warning had been sent. Now, Earth was ready to show the galaxy that it was done playing nice. The galaxy did not take Earth's warning seriously. Many believed the planet was too small, too weak, and too slow to change anything. But Earth had waited for the right moment. Now, that moment had come. Far away from Earth, in a quiet part of space, a peaceful colony called Vera was under threat. Strange ships appeared near the colony's borders. The colony's leaders sent urgent messages for help. They knew their defenses were not strong enough. The galaxy's old powers ignored their cries. But Earth heard them. Back on Earth, Jake received the distress call. His heart pounded as he listened. This was no test. This was real. Commander Lee's voice was calm, but firm. We go to help Vera. The galaxy thinks Earth only sends words. Let's show them actions. Jake quickly prepared. He joined others, young and strong like him, all trained for moments like this. They boarded fast ships, sleek and powerful, ready to move. The engines hummed as they left Earth's atmosphere. Everyone was silent. They knew this mission could change everything. As they traveled, Jake looked at the stars. So many worlds, so many people, some friendly, some not. The galaxy was full of unknowns. He felt a mix of fear and hope. Earth's time to be quiet was over. When they reached Vera, the colony was in trouble. Buildings were damaged and people were scared. The strange ships hovered, watching, waiting. The colony's leaders greeted the Earth team with relief. We are grateful you came, said Mara, Vera's head. We did not know who else to call. Jake's team quickly began helping. They fixed defenses and worked with the colony's people, but the strange ships did not leave. Instead, they sent signals. No one understood what the signals meant. Some feared they were warnings. One night, while Jake rested, he heard an alarm. The strange ships were moving closer. Something was about to happen. Jake rushed to the command center. Commander Lee was there, eyes sharp and focused. They want to test us, Lee said. They don't believe Earth will fight. Jake felt a surge of determination. Then we will show them. But carefully. The Earth team used their advanced technology to create shields around Vera. The shields were strong but invisible. The strange ships tried to get through but could not. The colony was safe for now. As days passed, more ships arrived. The galaxy was watching. Some sent observers. The message was clear. Earth was no longer alone. It had friends, and it had power. Jake met people from Vera. They told stories of old wars and peace lost. They hoped Earth would bring a new chance. Jake listened and learned. This was more than a fight. It was about trust, about future. One evening, Jake and Mara stood outside looking at the stars. Do you think Earth will be ready? Mara asked. Jake looked up. We have to be. The galaxy is changing, and so are we. But not all were pleased. On a distant ship, leaders whispered and worried. The peace they knew was ending. They saw Earth's help to Vera as a challenge they could not ignore. Back on Earth, leaders watched the events closely. They knew the warning was just the start. The galaxy would try to test them again and again. Earth must be ready, not just with power, but with wisdom. Jake trained harder. He learned more about his strength and his limits. He was ready to protect not just Earth but those who believed in peace. The first test was over. Earth helped a friend. The galaxy saw a new player rising, but the real challenge was yet to come. As the stars shone bright over the colony of Vera, a quiet voice inside Jake whispered, "This is just the beginning." After Earth helped the colony, questions began to spread across the galaxy. How did Earth become so strong? Why had humans kept their power hidden for so long? Many wanted answers. Some hoped to learn from Earth. Others watched with suspicion. Deep inside a space station near the edge of the galaxy, an alien scientist named Rila studied Earth carefully. She was part of a curious species called the Valari, known for their intelligence and calm minds. Rila had seen many things, but Earth was different. Something about humans puzzled her. She accessed old records and new transmissions. She found stories of human history, how humans had faced many dangers and survived. But the real secret was hidden deeper. Humans were not just strong because of technology. They had changed inside in ways the galaxy did not expect. Rila reached out secretly to Earth. She wanted to meet their leaders to understand the truth. Her message was careful and slow, but clear. We want to learn. On Earth, Amina and her advisors received Rila's message. It was the first contact of this kind. They prepared to meet the Valari scientist. This meeting could change everything. When Rila arrived on Earth, she was surprised by what she saw. Humans were not just fighters or warriors. They were thinkers, builders and protectors. The cities were full of life and hope. During the meeting, Rila asked many questions. She wanted to know about human strength, about their patience, and about their sudden rise. Amina answered honestly. We kept our power hidden because we wanted peace. We knew the galaxy was dangerous. But now, the time to hide is over. We want peace, but we are ready for what comes next. Rila listened carefully. She shared information about the galaxy's fears and hopes. Many alien groups worried about Earth's power. Some wanted to stop humans before they became too strong. The meeting ended with a promise to share knowledge and work together. But trust was fragile. The galaxy had old wounds and old fears. Meanwhile, Jake continued training. He learned about his own abilities and the history of humans. He found out that humans had adapted in unique ways. They could recover quickly from injuries, think fast under pressure, and work together in ways other species could not. Jake met with scientists who explained that humans were not perfect. They still had weaknesses, but their greatest strength was their will to survive and protect each other. One night, Jake stood on a hill, looking at the stars. He thought about the galaxy and Earth's place in it. We are not just fighters, he said to himself. We are something new, something the galaxy must understand. But not everyone wanted to understand. Some alien leaders whispered in dark rooms. They saw Earth as a threat to their power. They planned to watch humans closely, waiting for a mistake. Back on Earth, Amina spoke to the people. We must be wise. Strength is not just power. It is also patience, knowledge, and respect. The galaxy is watching us. We must show them who we truly are. The story of Earth was no longer just about warning or strength. It was about change, about a new way forward. The galaxy stood at a crossroads. As the stars twinkled overhead, Earth prepared for what was next. The secret of human power was out. Now the question was, could the galaxy accept it? Could they accept Earth? The answer would come soon. After the meeting between Earth and the Valari scientist, news spread fast. Some alien races were curious and hopeful. Others grew anxious. They had never seen Earth act so openly before. For many, this was a moment of change, but for some it was a moment of doubt. Earth's leaders knew the galaxy was divided. They decided to send diplomats to other worlds, hoping to build friendships and alliances. They wanted to show that Earth did not seek to control, but to protect and unite. The mission was clear: make allies, share knowledge, and prepare for what was coming. Jake was chosen to join the diplomatic mission. He was surprised but proud. His training had taught him to fight, but now he would learn to speak and understand. The team traveled to many worlds, meeting with leaders and people from different cultures. Each visit brought new lessons. On one planet called Orin, Jake met an elder named Terrace. Terrace had lived through many wars and knew the pain of lost trust. He looked at Jake and said, "The galaxy is a web of stories. Each thread must be strong to hold the whole. Your people must become part of this web, not break it." Jake thought deeply about this. He realized that Earth's power was not just about strength or technology. It was about connection, about being part of something bigger. But not all meetings went well. On a cold, distant planet called Dravos, Earth's diplomats faced suspicion. The leaders there remembered old conflicts and feared change. They warned Earth not to grow too strong. "We watch you closely," said one Dravos leader. "The galaxy has peace because of balance. Too much power in one place upsets that balance." Jake felt the weight of these words. The galaxy was fragile. Every move mattered. Every word could build peace or cause fear. While the diplomats worked, Earth continued to grow stronger. Scientists shared new inventions. Cities became safer. People trained not just to fight, but to protect and support. One day, Jake received a message. A small group of planets had formed a new alliance inspired by Earth's courage and honesty. This alliance promised to stand together against threats and to help each other grow. The news was hopeful, but Earth knew this was only the beginning. Some powerful groups still watched in silence, waiting to see what Earth would do next. Back on Earth, Amina gathered her council. "We must be patient," she said. "Trust is built slowly with time and care, but we must also be ready. The galaxy will test us in ways we cannot yet see." Jake trained harder. He learned not just about battle, but about listening and understanding. He spoke with new friends and old enemies. He saw the galaxy's complexity, its hopes, fears, and dreams. One evening, as Jake looked at the stars, he felt a quiet strength inside. Earth was no longer alone. The future was uncertain, but full of promise. The galaxy was changing. Earth was part of that change, and the story was far from over. The galaxy was growing quieter, but beneath the calm, something was stirring. Earth's warning had echoed far and wide. Many worlds had accepted the message. Some had joined Earth's cause. But others remained silent, watching, waiting. The balance of the galaxy was shifting. Jake felt the weight of this change. He had traveled many worlds and seen many faces. He had learned that power alone was not enough. Respect and trust were the real strength. But trust was fragile. It could break easily and rebuild slowly. One morning, Jake received a message from an old friend on Vera. The colony was doing better, but strange signals were still coming from the edge of their system. The signals were not threats, but puzzles, complex patterns that no one could decode. Curious and concerned, Jake joined a team of scientists and experts to investigate. They traveled to the source of the signals, a small, uninhabited moon hidden in a distant star system. The closer they got, the more the signals grew stronger and clearer. The moon was quiet and dark, but the signals felt alive. They were not just noises, they were messages. Someone or something was trying to communicate. Jake and the team worked day and night. They studied the patterns, trying to find meaning. Slowly, the signals began to reveal shapes, symbols that hinted at ancient knowledge, stories from long ago. One night, as Jake stared at the glowing screens, he realized something important. The messages were warnings not of war, but of change. They spoke of a force moving through the galaxy, one that could reshape everything. Jake shared this discovery with Earth's leaders. The warning was clear. The galaxy was entering a new phase, one that would test all its inhabitants. Back on Earth, the news spread quickly. People listened carefully. Scientists, soldiers, diplomats, all prepared for what might come. Jake felt a mix of fear and hope. He thought of the friends he had made across the stars, of the promises Earth had made. This was their chance to prove that power could be used for good, to protect and unite. At the same time, Jake remembered the words of Terrace, the elder from Orin. The galaxy is a web of stories. Each thread must be strong. Jake knew Earth's thread was growing stronger, but so were others. The coming days would show if the web would hold or unravel. One evening, Jake stood outside under the stars, thinking about the future. The signals from the moon were a mystery, but also a guide. They showed that the galaxy was not still. It was alive and changing. Earth had sent a warning, but now it was time to listen. The galaxy was speaking, and Jake was ready to hear its story. The galaxy was holding its breath. For months, Earth and its allies had prepared for what might come. The mysterious signals from the distant moon had changed everything. They were no longer just warnings, they were a call to action. Jake stood on the command bridge of the Earth's flagship, the Horizon. Outside, stars stretched in every direction, silent witnesses to the moment. Around him, the crew moved with quiet purpose, ready for what lay ahead. Earth had spent years growing stronger, but now it was time to prove that strength could protect, not destroy. Jake felt a calm determination inside him. The galaxy was watching. The future was uncertain, but Earth would face it with courage. The signals had led them to a hidden star system, unlike any seen before. It was alive with strange energy, glowing softly in the darkness. Scientists on board called it the Veil, a place where reality seemed thin and the normal rules of space did not always apply. Jake and a small team were sent to explore the Veil up close. Their ship moved carefully through shimmering fields of light and shadow. It felt like entering a dream. Inside the Veil, they discovered signs of an ancient civilization. Ruins floated in the vastness, silent and mysterious. The messages from the moon had come from here, a message left long ago waiting for someone to find it. The team worked to understand the ruins. They found records of a peaceful people who once lived across many stars. These beings had knowledge, beyond anything Jake had imagined, ways to heal, to connect, and to protect life itself. As they explored, Jake realized that Earth's true power was not in weapons or technology, but in the ability to learn and grow. The ancient civilization had faced challenges like those now threatening the galaxy. Their solution was unity, working together with respect and care. Suddenly, a new message came through the ship's systems. It was a signal from Earth's leaders. The galaxy's powers were gathering, watching closely. Some were afraid, some hopeful, but all knew change was coming. Jake looked out into the endless stars. The galaxy was vast and full of mysteries. But now Earth was ready to step forward, not as a threat, but as a protector. Back on the horizon, Jake and his team sent a message to the galaxy. They shared the ancient knowledge they had found and invited others to join in a new beginning. The response was slow at first. But then messages came back from distant worlds, curious, cautious, but willing. Jake smiled quietly. The galaxy was listening. Earth had sent its warning long ago. Now, it was sending hope. The story was no longer just about power or fear. It was about a future built together. As the horizon sailed through the stars, Jake knew this was only the start. The galaxy would face many challenges ahead, but Earth would stand ready, not alone, but with friends. The stars shone bright above, and the promise of peace glowed within.